everybody. How's everybody doing? So today I'm just gonna share real quick a fall like rose gold look. We have so many colors that kind of fall in that warm rose gold kind of like color scheme. So I just wanted to show you a few colors. I'm going to be using these in my makeup look today. So this is Rose Gold Shimmer. Okay, and then this is Shimmer Copper Rose, a really beautiful color. Mulberry, great for fall. It's like a warm mauve. And then Pink Posey is absolutely gorgeous. And then this is Garnet. I have not gotten the rustic brown in yet. So hopefully I can get my hands on that one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a quick look. I'm going to do a little skincare first. So I'm just going to take a little witch hazel and wipe my face down real quick. I already cleansed it. I like to put on the night pack during the day when I'm not wearing any makeup. And so I'm just going to do a quick little wipe down, get any excess oil. And then I'm going to use like a really quick skincare routine real quick, just because it makes a difference when you're doing your makeup. So one of the products that's been helping me a lot is the brightening treatment. This one right here has been helping with scarring, lightening up some of these freckles and discoloration, and it just leaves like a really nice glow and it feels amazing. So I like to throw that on, and this one goes deep into the skin, like muscle deep. So I put this one on first, and I just kind of rub that all over, kind of in the areas that I tend to get the darkness, around the nose, on the upper lip, even my eyelid, because I do have some spots. Okay, so that's all rubbed in. And then whatever's left, I just kind of throw on my hands, because your hands and your neck tend to age faster than your face. So take care of that, use the excess there. And then another product that I absolutely love is the Nangai Oil. This one just smells amazing. It feels amazing. It's in oil. So I just put a few drops. And then I'm going to rub that in, and it feels so good. Again, giving that glow to your skin. Can you see that? Oh, it just feels so good. Okay, so I rub that in. And it's not going to leave your face looking greasy or anything like that, which I love because it just seeps right into the skin so well. And I'm just going to rub it onto my neck. Excess on my hands. See how like how much glow that just gave my skin. Oh, it feels so good too. Okay, so that was the brightening treatment and the Nangai Oil. Next, what I like to put on is our silk. And silk is a must-have in no matter if you're using foundation or the tinted moisturizer. This is really going to work as your primer and fill in any fine lines, wrinkles on your face, pores. And so I just put a pump of silk. This is our pore and wrinkle minimizer. And I'm just going to work in a downward motion, filling in any wrinkles, fine lines. And I like to put that. We don't want to work up and down because you're just pulling the product back up. So I just put it down in a downward motion. And I still have a lot of product, so you can kind of play with it to see how much you need. But typically like 3/4 of a pump is enough. Okay, so I'm gonna let that set real quick while I get my concealer. And after I'm done with this video, I'll go ahead and update the description with everything that I used. so that in case you have any questions. So now I'm going to use, typically too, I just want to say, because I'm using this right now, I usually wait like 5 to 10 minutes to let this settle before I actually do my makeup. The silk. So I'm going to work as quick as possible, trying not to talk too much. Okay, so this is our concealer. And this one's medium. It does come in light and deep as well. So we have 3 shades. So here's light, or sorry, that's not light. Here's light, and then here's deep. And then I'm using medium right now. So 3 shades to work from or work with. And so I'm just covering up like my freckles. I know a lot of people are like, girl, just own it, but for me, I would rather cover them up. So whatever's excess, I just kind of like run it along my nose area and then chin, and then kind of here in the middle to cover up any spots. And for you, it might be in different areas. For me, I have some dark. Okay, so that's covered enough. And I'm going to use Tinted Moisturizer today. Tinted Moisturizer is like a great everyday sheer coverage, gives you moisturization, has the skincare built into it, also gives you protects your skin from the UV rays. So I'm going to use about a half a pump and then work my way because I don't want to overdo it. Now that I've been using this skincare, I haven't had to use foundation in general just to get some coverage and a lot of, you know, tinted moisturizer. Before, I used to start off with a pump and even go in with a little more, but now that I'm using the brightening treatment, our Sunny Serum, like for my daily routine, our cleanser and stuff, I've noticed a huge change in my skin. And if you haven't heard what's in our products, we have Cineplex Complex, which is going to give you a 25% decrease in skin sagging, 48% increase in your skin luminosity, 51% in your skin firmness. I mean, like the list goes on. 55% decrease in wrinkles and fine lines. And what I love most is that it's also in our cosmetics. So you're just layering all the goodness. So I'm just going to do one layer, and if I feel like I need a little more after I'm done with my eye makeup, I will go in and kind of clean this up when I do my under eye concealer. I'm going to do it after, because typically when I'm working with my eyes, I touch, and I'd like to clean it up after. So I'm going to let that settle, and then now I'm going to go in with some Candlelight on my eye, which is going to prime to get rid of this redness and kind of like these little spots that I have. This is my empty one. So our shadows are cream to powder, and I love to work with our shadows for my entire face because they're so versatile. You can use it for your shadows, obviously. You can use it for highlight, your eyebrows, which I'll show you how I do mine. And then you can use it for contouring, concealer, like so many great things. So you see how that just gave me like a clean palette and took away like the redness and the little spots and stuff. So now I'm gonna apply my eye makeup right over that, and it even gives it like an instant lift. It's crazy. Just like little tips and tricks that just make all the difference. Okay, so I'm gonna pat that in, and I'm using Morphe G34 brush. try to remember to tell you what brushes I'm using. Most of them are going to be Morphe. Okay, so there's that. Now I'm going to go in with Pink Posey and kind of put that on 3/4 of my lid. This is a really great color for just about anybody for fall. And our shadows are cream to powder, if I didn't mention that already. And these take about like a good 30 to 45 seconds to like dry to a powder finish. And so you want to work in layers. You don't want to just throw on a lot of color and then, because then that's how you get creasing. And it's kind of hard to work backwards when you have a lot of product. Okay, so just kind of throwing that on my lid, working it around. Okay, so that's a gorgeous color to have. That was Pink Posey. And then I'm going to go in with a little bit of Mulberry. I'm going to use this as my blush as well. I'm going to mix it up with some colors, some shadows, so you guys can see how amazing these products are, and you can really create like your own custom shades and not have to worry about bringing a whole palette with you. This is the Morphe 517 is what I'm using to apply all the color and the Mulberry. So now I'm gonna go in with some Copper Shimmer Rose, and I'm gonna kind of, let me see, I'm gonna look in my mirror here. Kind of apply it to where I applied the Pink Posey. Then I'm just gonna get another one. This one is a Morphe M330. It's just like a normal shadow brush. And I'm just gonna kind of work that into like right above where I put Pink Posey. It's gonna be a nice, soft, warm look, and everyday fall color scheme that you can use every single day. Now I'm gonna take Garnet, which is one of our deep browns. And I am running low because I use this one every day on my eyebrows. So now what I'm gonna do is take this one and put it into my crease and kind of create like a sideways V. I need to open a new one. Then I'm gonna take my blending brush and really pat it in, because the more you pat, the more intense the color stays. You're not really moving it around too much. What did I do with it? So that's the Garnet. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. So when you hop on, just say hi. Let me know that you're here. I love to get to know everyone who tunes into my lives. So this is my page, my business page, but I also go live a lot in my Facebook community group, which is a private group, and that one I typically go live in on a good week 3 times, sometimes 4, but for sure at least once or twice a week with tutorials on either makeup, tips and tricks, skincare. So tonight I'm going to be doing a skincare, like kind of going over my holy grail products for my nighttime routine. like what I absolutely can't live without. And the skincare products are amazing. I will hop out of bed just to do my skincare routine because it just makes my skin feel amazing. And when I wake up in the morning, my skin is just like glowing and feels so good, like soft and just radiant. And I want to share those products with you. And so if you're interested, there should be a button that says like join group or something in on this page. If not, let me know, message me, and I can send you the link and you guys can join in and see how I do my nighttime routine with our SeneGence products. I'd love to have you there. Okay, so that is kind of an everyday fall eye look. I'm still not done. I'm gonna add a little bit of Sandstone Pearl Shimmer to highlight kind of underneath my brow bone. And I still need to do my brows too. Okay, so I kind of just throw it underneath my brow. And then taking a brush and kind of just blending it to bring it all together. And you just keep on like kind of playing around with the shadows until you like what you see. They're really easy to blend, they're really easy to use, and they're kind of like full, like goofy, like goof proof, because you can just keep on layering and adding more until you get what you like. Super easy to use, super easy to blend. And so I kind of just go back in and blend it all together. And then I'm going to go in with our rose gold shimmer and add that into my crease. So this one put a little bit and then let it sit for a second because the glitter is a little bit thicker on this one and it does tend to move around. So I'm going to let it dry just for a quick second and then get my Garnet and then throw that under my lash line here. So you can either use the tip of the applicator or use a brush. It's up to you. Just kind of depends on what I'm doing. Okay, then I'm going to just kind of take a smudge brush. This is a Morphe M508. And then I'm just going to kind of work that into my lash line. And now I'm going to take a little bit of a smaller brush and blend the inside corner of my eyelid, or of that rose gold, if I can find it. My daughter likes to come in and play, so I'm just going to use my finger. No biggie. And I just pulled my lash off. Minor detail. So when I clean that up, it's gonna look good. I need to fix my lash real quick because I just pulled that off. Yeah. The fun of going live. Okay. Give me 1 second real quick while I fix this. little glue. When I went in with my finger, I like pulled it off. Okay, better. Just hold it there for like a second. I like to push it against to make sure that the glue, sorry about that. So now I'm gonna do my eyebrows, and I'm gonna use Garnet and a little bit of Onyx, and I throw it on just a flat surface or a palette and mix the two shades together to fill in my brow. So I'm using the Garnet, and then I'm using a little bit of Onyx to really deepen up the brown. And so just take those two, mix it right on here on the palette, and then let me grab my, this one I use a Real Techniques, like angled brush. There's a new, oh, it's called a slanted brow brush. This is from Real Techniques. You can snag these on Amazon or Target. And I'm just mixing the two shades together. And then I'm just gonna take it and just follow my natural line. We do have Brow Sense, and I've heard a ton of great things. I've tried it out a few times. I'm just like a creature of habit, and I started using the shadows, and I love working with the shadows. As you can see, I use it for a lot of my face. So I stick to what I know how to use best. But like I said, I don't play with the Brow Sense enough, but from what I hear, you can totally keep it on for like 3 days and not have to reapply it. I've just been using the shadows for so long that it's just what I love. So again, I mean, you can tell like how much that really just framed my eyes and my face and just pulled the whole eye look together. And these will last like all day. I don't have to worry about them smudging or coming off or anything or having to reapply them. So that's the brows. That's using the ShadowSense. And then what I'm gonna do now is, I'm not done with my eye look. I just wanna make sure. So we have EyeSense, which is our waterproof liner. We have several different colors, black, brown, and a bunch of glitter ones that are fabulous. So I'm gonna apply this and kind of start, it's tight, start in the middle. So it has this thin little brush that is super easy to use and apply. So I'm gonna, hopefully you guys can see this. So I start in the middle, whoops, and basically work it over. Okay, so that is the middle section. And then kind of go off to the side to create a wing, and then kind of pull it together by going down into the corner of my eye. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this side. And you can really take it into the inner part of your eye if you'd like to, but because I have the glitter there, I'm just gonna leave it alone. Okay, so that is, it's kind of hard to see here. Okay. I can never get my eyeliner like exactly perfect, so it'll do. Then what I'm gonna do is take a little bit of Candlelight and Whisper Pink, which is another, so Candlelight I used on my brow area to give it a clean palette, and then Whisper Pink is another like pale, so you guys can see the two comparison, that I like to mix the two underneath my eye to cover the dark circles. And so I'm just gonna put 3 dots of Candlelight. Okay. Then I'm gonna go in with Whisper Pink and put 3 dots. Okay. Looks kind of cool. And then I'm gonna take, this one is, oh, this is the one that doesn't have a number. I keep forgetting to look up this one. It's another Morphe brush. And I'm really just gonna work that into the under eye, cleaning it up, really highlighting the under eye. You want it to seem a lot lighter. And then I'm going to go in with powder, which is going to give me even another layer of coverage. And what I love about it is that it's so fine that it doesn't build up in your fine lines and pores where it makes things more noticeable. And so I love to use that to really set my eye look. And you can even use this to clean up around the eye area. And I'm going to take just a little more Candlelight to really you can even use like a sponge too. There we go. Just to kind of get rid of that line. And now I'm going to go in with some powder after I do like just a little more tinted moisturizer right here in my problem areas. So I only used like a half a pump earlier, and right now I'm going to use like a 1/4 of a pump. Okay, just a little dot. And then really cover up where I need a little more coverage. And then I'm going to finish it off with, what color did I pick? Glam Doll Lip. And our powders to really give me a nice finish and glow to my look, which I use the Bronze Dust to contour with, and then Silver Rose is like my finisher on top of my blush, which I'm going to use Mulberry Shadow and some Pearlizer to do right now. Okay, so that's all nice and blended in, and then now when I finish it off with some powder, so I take our Natural Translucid Powder. This screws right off, and then I put it into this little container for what I use under my eye, just because it's a little easier to work with when I have my sponge. And so there's product on there. I just take a little bit, and that's what I'm going to use to pack on underneath my eye to really finish it off. And it gets rid of that like shine look underneath my eye. And then I throw a little bit on my nose area, kind of like the areas where I tend to get shiny. Okay, so that's the powder. Then I'm gonna take the Mulberry. Where did it go? Almost done, almost done. Okay, Mulberry, okay. The Mulberry Shadow, and I'm gonna throw that onto my palette. So just kind of doing like 2 swatches of the color on the, could do any flat surface. Then I'm gonna take some of our Pearlizer, which I'll show you on its own. It's like an amazing product that just gives you that J-Lo glow, really finishes off the look, and gives you that like dewy, glowy look. So I just throw a little bit right next to it, and I'm going to mix the two, and that's what I'm going to use to apply my blush. And like I said, you could even use the shadows as blush. That's how great these products work, and you could get away with just bringing a few shadows, tinted moisturizer, concealer, and have a whole look for your little weekend getaway or have in your purse. You know, and it's really simple and easy to travel with. I mean, look at that color, that glow. And it's just a soft hint with the Mulberry. If you wanted to go more intense, you could do like Pink Posey. Or even one of our blushes, which are amazing. I just wanted to show you something different and how fabulous these products really are. And a little bit goes a long way. These really last you a really, really long time. Okay, and so now what I'm gonna do is, remember I told you the Pearlizer you can use to highlight. You could also use that Sandstone Pearl that I use to highlight under my brow bone. The Sandstone Pearl Shimmer makes a great highlight that you can double up and use on your eye, and then also use as a highlighter. So this right here, this is the Pearlizer, and this is just gonna add another layer of glow to my skin. And these, every single product that I used except for the EyeSense, and what else, has the Cineplex Complex in it. So they all have our proprietary Cineplex Complex in it, where that's gonna help with the wrinkles, the glow, and all you're doing is layering each one of these products, really taking your skincare game to a whole nother level. And I probably should have did that before I put the powder on. I'm just going to go back in real quick and really blend that in. Okay, so now to finish off this look right here, I'm going to use Bronze Dust, which is one of our other powders that also have the skincare and Cineplex in it. And I like to use that to contour. So you can get like really contour really well with this. It just depends on what look you're going for. and it just gives it that natural contour look. And when I use the Silver Rose over it, it's just gonna bring it all together. So forehead and right in that area, okay. Then I use the Silver Rose to bring these shades all together. And this is just gonna give it another layer of like iridescent glow. And that's what I like to use for my, like on top of my blush to really set it. And then throw a little bit on my neck. Again, Cineplex Complex is in there, skincare. It absorbs oil and shine, so I could go all day long. I think it's like gonna be 90 degrees today, so this look is gonna last me all day. So now I'm gonna take a little cotton swab like thing and take off any makeup or powder, skincare that I may have gotten on my lip, because when you put lip scents on, you want to make sure your lips are clean, and it might not look like you have anything, but you do. Okay, so that's off, and now I'm gonna take Glam Doll, which is one of my favorite, like deep brown reddish kind of colors that are going to be amazing for fall. You always are going to need like a deeper tone, and you can really play around with this one because you can add, like if you already have shades, you can add like a pink to it, a red, a neutral color, and really change up the look of this color. So I'm going to throw on 3 layers of Glam Doll to bring my fall inspired rose gold look together. And this one's just like not too dark, not too red, not too burgundy, not too purple. It's just like the perfect shade. So again, I'll be taking this off later tonight in my community group. So if you want to join in on that and watch what products I use as my Holy Grail products, let me know. You can join in. It's called Fearless Beauty, and it's a group that I go live in to do a lot of tips and tutorials on makeup application, and tonight I'll be doing my night routine for my skincare. Okay, so now I'm gonna top it off with one of our glitter glosses, and the only one I have in front of me is the gold glitter. So it's got glitter inside of it. I just need to kind of mix it around, get it all mixed up. So let me know what you think of this look, if you're loving it. And then I could totally go in with a little more of the rose gold on my lid, because I feel like I should have went a little more intense, so I'll do that. This is really going to add some sparkle. So now the gloss is the only thing that's going to come off, not the color. You just keep reapplying the gloss throughout the day whenever you feel like, you know, your lips are dry. I like to apply it like before I eat or drink anything. And I've been juicing, so it's going to probably be more often this than normal because I'm drinking kind of like every couple hours. So that's the Glam Doll with the gold glitter. And then I'm gonna go in really quick and do a little bit of, so I have the rose gold shimmer in the inner corner. I can go a little more intense, and then what I want to do is kind of just add a little bit of the copper rose to the middle of my eye to really make that pop and stand out. Okay. And then I'm going to use more of like a flatter brush to kind of just pat it in rather than move it around a lot. Simple enough. Okay, perfect. And then maybe just a little more. I really need to open a new Garnet. I'm like on my last. I'm like, oh, there's some in there. Okay. And if you have the shadows, you can take out the stopper. There's like a stopper inside, and you guys, there's so much more product in there. Don't throw them away unless you take the stopper out, because you can get another couple of months of product, seriously. And it's stuff like that that I like to share in my group. I love sharing little tips and tricks, so you'll want to be in that group. So I really just intensified the crease, added a little more of the copper shimmer to the middle, and then sealed the deal with Glam Doll and gold glitter, and then really took it up a notch with the contour and using shadows as blush. So I will put everything that I use in the description. Be sure to like this, and then if you have any questions, shoot me a message, and make sure that you join my community group so that you can learn about my night routine. So thank you so much for watching. You guys have a wonderful day, and I will chat with you later. Bye.